for this talk with Fatima Bhutto and Naomi Klein. We are very, very happy to have you. Also present is our co-host Minal Munshi, as well as oh goodness, I got Mariam Tareen. Sorry, I got your Instagram name stuck in my head. I was going to say the writing room, and I just thought that was not right. Thank you for joining us. I'm just going to do a quick introduction about what's happening currently in Pakistan on the ground. The situation, of course, is escalating in many ways. While the floodwaters are retreating, there's still a lot of standing water, which has resulted in a health crisis, in a malaria and dengue epidemic. We've been doing medical camps in Pakistan in a few locations, and we are unable to serve people with malaria, unfortunately, even though there are cures and there are tests available in the world. But in Pakistan, they have run out. We have run out. Even in major cities, we have run out. There is also an increase of snake bite cases. And people are dying from snake bites, for which antivenoms should be available in Pakistani hospitals, but unfortunately, people are being turned away for lack of life-saving medicines. So we're witnessing a really frightening rise in the death toll simply from ailments that actually could be resolved, but unfortunately there are many cracks in our system that are being revealed, particularly within the medical health system. But today we'll be talking more in depth about climate justice, climate reparations, as well as Naomi Klein's work.
Maybe Minal can just say a few things about. Thank you to everyone who donated. Minal is just going to tell you a little bit about the organizations we're supporting.
Yeah, thank you to everyone who donated. So we've collected about £77,000 so far from 755 donations. So that's a lot of people who've been very generous. We've so far sent about half of that off to organizations. So we're supporting 3 organizations. One is the ED Foundation, which a lot of people are familiar with. It's the largest kind of relief foundation in Pakistan, and they're focusing on rescue and emergency relief. And then there is Legal Aid Society, which is doing dry food rations. So they're delivering dry food rations and as well as birthing kits and other, and also like emergency medicine, since that's becoming an increasing problem, as Zulfiqar said. And the third one is Child Life Foundation, which focuses on emergency healthcare for children. So they run emergency rooms in major hospitals in Sindh and across the country as well. And they're treating about normally 300 to 400 children a day in one emergency room, and currently 1,200 to 1,500 a day because the need has increased so greatly. So thank you so much for your donations, and all of your money is going to these 3 organizations and reaching, I think, the most vulnerable in Sindh. Thank you so much.
Mariam?
Very quickly, if anybody has any questions, please enter them into the chat. And if we have time at the end, we'll get to them. We'll get to as many as we can. Thanks.
So we'll just start. I mean, this is such an enormous issue and a tragedy on so many levels. Naomi, the figures we're hearing out of Pakistan are just mind-boggling. The fact that 1/3 of the country has been submerged underwater, 50 million people have been internally displaced. These are catastrophic floods that have been caused by intensive monsoon rains, but worsened by the fact that Pakistan's glaciers, the second largest population of glaciers to the polar regions, are melting at an unprecedented rate. The UN Secretary General Antonio Guterres called the climate crisis at the moment a code red for humanity, but he also called what's happening in Pakistan climate carnage. And, you know, a lot of what Pakistanis have been seeing so far is that nobody seems really to care, to be that shocked by this. But in the same month, in the last weeks, Nigeria is facing the worst flooding in a decade. We were just talking about Puerto Rico is being battered. The Philippines, Canada, Cuba, Today, 2 million people in Florida are without power because of catastrophic rain and wind. Is this the new normal? I mean, is this what we've been warned about? Has it finally come to pass?